Start the day off right. Today we talk about that winning mentality and how to get moving in the right direction right when you wake up, and boom, off you go. Roll it. Welcome back to another video, guys. A lot of talk around starting your day off right, and recently I've had a lot of coach calls and emails come through where we're looking at how do we get moving in the right direction through all these videos that I've been pumping out on goals and being focused and accountability. Well, how do you start the day off right? And in one video I talked about getting moving in the right direction from the night before. So that is, if you had a goal set up and you didn't achieve it, it kind of put you down the next day. Usually people will start working on what they need to do, but that failure of not achieving that goal sticks with them, and they start to work on it, and it really it just pushes back your workflow with this one problem that you're stuck in, and how that really affects you. And in that video I talked about kind of just spreading the ability that you have, so that you go through a learning curve where you go through levels, and if you're completing at level 2, then let's work at level 2 and know that we're going to come back to it and do a level 3 or level 4. Now, without taking away from that goal, we're able to grow on it. And these are the things that we're going to try doing that are new, things that we think are going to, jumpstart something new within what we're doing, i.e. if you're doing a business and, hey, you got a video camera like I just got, and I'm learning all these different things about video, about color coding. Here, it's a gimbal. I'm learning all about the gimbal, and it takes a while to set up, to learn how to use it, to do the gimbal walk, to do all these things. So if I think, hey, it's going to take me I'm really good with technology, it's going to take me 4 hours to master it, think again. So instead of looking at it from a perspective of, I'm going to put a 4-hour timeline to learn it so I can get shooting on it, how about I look at it from levels? So I'm going to do a level 1 understanding to the level 4, level 5 of being very great at it. Now, when we start off with the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 idea set, we can schedule the goal to expand over a couple weeks to a couple months, depending on what you're doing. If it's something like color coding, and with color coding it takes a while to do videos in general. When you're starting out, you got to learn the ins and out of the basics and then start progressively growing. It will take you a couple months. You're not going to be the best at it right away. The gimbal example that I started talking about is the same thing. I'm a level 1, level 2 user of it. I want to be a level 3, level 4. So my goal every night is to try something new, to learn how to use it the best way I can for the work I need it to do. I'm never going to be that professional right out of the box with the gimbal. I'm just getting into it. So, if I was using other gimbals all these years, then yeah, I'd probably master it in a couple hours, but I'm not. So my expectation and my hope in myself is to see the progression of how I move and build myself into that winning mentality. So what will that bring? Well, it brings out the opportunity to wake up in the morning knowing you've achieved and accomplished something that you set out the night before. You're not going into the next day going, I didn't get this done, I gotta work on it, and then we get into this mentality of already we're behind. And once you're in that mentality of we're already behind, you get kind of smacked in the face right away, and you're kind of starting off at the ground, and you're trying to get back up to catch up on the rest of the goals that you had set up for the day. So start your day off right, and make sure you're doing the things you really need to start the day with. That night movement and that good sleep that you get without that negative energy propels you in the next day. So you should be waking up with a nice routine. All the people I talk to that have stellar, goal smashing abilities start in the morning with this routine that gears them up and gets them moving in the right direction right off the bat. They're not sitting back and, just doing nothing in the morning, or they don't just wake up and jump into work and not have some kind of routine. They sit down and they do something that's effective. Some people go to the gym, some people just make breakfast, relax, some people turn on the TV, watch news, some people just go right to the email and just check to see what process they have there, and some people just look at their tasks. There's many different things, but a routine should be something that moves you into a positive emotion, something that's gonna get you moving. And that's that. For me personally, I like to wake up and make a coffee and just enjoy quiet, just enjoy my thoughts, and just revamp what dreams did I have? Did I have any dreams? Did I not have any dreams? What did I do yesterday? How great of a day was it yesterday? How bad of a day was it yesterday? And how I'm gonna make this day better than the day before, because everything I'm doing I want to make better. So then we look at it from that perspective. We get moving in the right direction. This whole positive energy comes from us. We're the only ones that can make ourselves happy. We're the only ones that can make ourselves be positive. We can look at things as positive or negative, and the reality is everybody has their own, thought process on this, and you can get massive debates over this, but we create this positivity. That's it. And I know for a fact the people that get moving in the right direction on this, they start moving by implementing some kind of routine that brings that self-love, that, hey, I'm happy doing this right off the bat. They're not rushing into something that is purely negative in their mindset, and then it applies to the rest of the day and all their goals and everything they had to do. So really, to start off your day right, you need to look at it from a perspective of, what am I doing right now that when I start my day I'm not happy with? Take it out. Just out. Okay, some of you might be like, oh, I got kids. Well, how do you make that happy, or how do you start your day off a little bit earlier and make those kind of like your routine of what you need to do? Because you got kids, you have no choice, right? So how do you incorporate everything that you don't have any choice on into this kind of rest of the day instead of being your morning routine? Wake up in the morning and off you go. My mom, for instance, she would wake up at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, have her coffee and just chill out, watch the news or whatever before we would ever wake up. Well, one would ask, how could she even wake up that early? How does she still do it? Like, blows my mind, but she likes doing that. That's what she loves to do. So that's a routine. And it's a great example of somebody going, I need to wake up and start my day off right. And she always started her day off right. I recall maybe once or twice that she had a bad morning, and usually it was from something from the night before that occurred that was so severe that it was just kind of like, there was no way you're going to start your day off right. But the rest of the days, the 99% of the times it was. And I've implemented certain things like that where you wake up in the morning and you start off right. So the first task is to start off with taking out anything that's not bringing you that joy, that happiness, that self-love inside, that you're waking up and going, I'm glad to wake up. I'm glad to be up this early. I'm glad to get going. All right, now what? And you start your routine. And the routine is your step 2 of putting together something that you enjoy doing that will bring all that love, that self-love, that boom, let's get going. And that is where you implement it, and you need to change it up as you go to get it just right. You're fine-tuning it, and within 2-3 months of executing this, what will happen is it'll be automated. So you'll know you wake up, you're gonna do what your routine is, and then get going. Now, that night before is the critical set of events that need to make sure you take care of, and not let that progress you to the next day. And that will all fit in nicely. Fix up your goals at nighttime. Make sure they're goals that you're not going to get frustrated about in the morning because they're not done. And then in the morning, get your routine moving in the right direction and jump into those goals, those tasks for the day, and just smash them all and make sure you have those small wins through the day. And it will just bring your whole day to a whole new level. And even when you're doing stuff you don't want to be doing, your achievement and your self-motivation will just propel you right through, and you're just gonna kill it. You're gonna just smash it, and all of a sudden your success level will keep moving up. This is Nico Sorrentes, mentorsapproach.com. I would love to hear what you guys have thoughts about this, and please comment, like, and subscribe.
Snow again.